All right, so you're thinking about making a move to Arizona, but now you're wondering, is it a good time to buy? I think that's the big question for a lot of people right now. There's a lot of people coming out and they're like, hey, I see that inventory is up. I see that interest rates are up. Obviously, the prices have risen quite a bit over the last couple of years, but I'm not really sure about what's on the horizon with everything going on in the market, with a potential recession looming and all this other stuff. So a lot of people are hitting that pause button, trying to figure out, okay, does it make sense to buy? Well, in this video, I want to tell you a story about somebody who pulled the trigger on it, decided to make the purchase. And I think if you ask them, they're probably happy they made the decision, because we have seen and we are currently seeing the tables turning in the direction of buyers. And if you are patient and you play your cards right, I think for the right person, it could still definitely be a great time to buy for you. We're going to tell that story, and we're getting after it right now. What's up, everybody? It's Greg Corbett with the AZ Lifestyle Group right here in Phoenix, Arizona. If this is your first time to this channel and you're looking to find out everything you need to know about what it's like living in and or moving to the Phoenix metro area, including is it the right time to buy, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you can be notified whenever we post a new video. We are helping people from all over when it comes to finding the best places and neighborhoods to live here, and we absolutely love it. So if you're even thinking about making a move and you need any assistance whatsoever, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, however you want to get a hold of us. We got your back when it comes to moving to the Phoenix metro. All right, guys, so I saw a story yesterday that I really wanted to share with you. To me, so this was an actual story shared by another real estate colleague of mine, and there are so many lessons that go along with it as far as what it tells about the state of the market currently, what's going on, things to do as a buyer, things not to do as a seller. There's so many lessons to be learned. I wanted to share it with you. So let me kind of describe the situation. So you think about where we're at right now. We're in middle of July 2022. Think back about a few months ago between like February, March, April, and what the dynamics looked like for buyers and sellers just a few months ago. And the tables have completely turned. So this was a story about him representing a buyer. There was a home that came to market in the beginning of April. It was a coming soon listing. It was listed for $1.5 million. It's kind of in the North Phoenix area, kind of a newer build, infill construction, that type of thing, and listed for 1.5. He has a client that's interested. They go in there and the seller's like, well, we want 1.75. This was the arrogance that we were seeing a lot when it comes to people listing houses and listing for a lower amount and trying to create some sort of bidding war to get it up to a certain amount of money. Just plain insanity. So they're not interested at 1.75, but they actually decide to come in at 1.6 and say, hey, we'll throw 1.6 at it, see what they do. And the seller's like, nah, you guys aren't serious buyers. We've got plenty of other interests, blah, blah, blah. We can sell this property. There's comps in the $2 million range. So the buyer's like, okay, no. So they take some more time to think about it. They finally come up to 165. So they're up to 165 because they're obviously not seeing anything else on the market because there just wasn't too much available. But they're going to 165 on this house. The seller still is like, nope, not interested. Just over like minor details. So the buyer walks. And again, there's a lot to unpack there, but let's move along. So basically, the seller leaves it on the market. They don't do that deal at 165. Nobody else goes under contract on that house. And then the story gets all the way to it just recently closed. And what did it recently close for? 1.185. Think about that. So between 165 and 1.185, I think is about, I want to say $465,000 the seller lost by being arrogant, not getting a deal done. And it tells you two things. Number one, the buyer who got that at 1.185, they're probably pretty happy right now. So if you're patient, for the person who is like, hey, I see what's going on, I still want to buy, I'm not going to mess with sellers who are arrogant and play these stupid games, then you potentially can take advantage of that. And for buyers, if you're looking to come in first day on the market and try to do that, that's probably not going to happen. But if you're patient, and I'm talking about people who really want to be patient with stuff like right now, they're with the amount of inventory that we're seeing. If you see people that are completely out of their minds when it comes to pricing, but you really like a house, be patient. Let it sit for a little bit. If it sits, then you can come in. I mean, I think this house ended up being on the market for close to 2 months. So it wasn't like you had to wait 3, 4, 5, 6 months to get that deal, but you can't do it in the first week to 2 weeks and get that deal done. So there is an opportunity for people, if you're patient and you can work somebody down, because with the amount of inventory increasing, there's an opportunity there to take your time. So overall, lesson number 1, be patient if you can, if you are looking to buy. Lesson number 2, don't mess with these arrogant sellers. If you still have arrogant sellers, and hopefully sellers have changed their tune a little bit, I think a lot of them have. I think a lot of them are seeing the writing on the wall right now. But if you have anybody who's still arrogant, just move along. You don't need to deal with that. So overall, what do you need to know? If people ask if it's a good time to buy, it depends on your situation. There's a lot of people who are still trying to figure out, number 1, what the interest rates and the higher cost, what that means for them. So if you're in a situation where you're like, hey, look, it makes more sense to me to rent right now and kind of figure out, number 1, especially if you're just moving to Arizona, where you want to live, I can see that still being a potential option for people if you can find a good rental, because finding a good rental is still kind of a pain in the butt right now. But if you can find something that allows you to kind of get in here and see where you want to be, I think that's totally fine. I think you should make that decision. But if you are seeing something, for me, like if you're looking around, you know where you want to live and you're patient and you know how to not make an emotional decision, I think that it's still a great time to buy right now. So you just have to put yourself in that mindset. You just know that, like, you're in a situation where there's a lot of buyers that are sitting on the sidelines, a lot of sellers that are putting their houses up for sale. You've got now the ability to be the person in control. The seller's no longer in control right now. There might be a situation where somebody has an absolute amazing house. Maybe they still get multiple offers. I'm not saying that's not going to happen. That still could happen, but there's a lot more homes on the market that don't have multiple buyers for, and that's where you're going to have some control, and that you can make a good decision for yourself right now for the future, even with everything going on, because again, owning is still going to give you a lot more positive things than going through the rental market right now. So again, it's going to be case by case. It's not for everybody. I don't think it's the right time to buy for everybody, but for your situation, depending, and let's have that conversation. Give us a call. We'll kind of talk through it. We'll kind of talk through your situation to say, hey, does it make sense? Does it not make sense? Is trying to find a rental a better thing to do for you right now? Maybe that would be the case for you, but it's going to be case by case for everyone. So have that conversation with us. We're here to help. We're here to guide you in the right direction. We're not going to tell every single person it's the right time to buy, because it might not be for you, but for some people, it's definitely a great time to buy. We want to help you through that. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, definitely leave us or reach out to us. We'll leave our contact info on screen. Leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you think. I mean, again, it's crazy right now. That was a story to me that I think epitomizes, all the stuff that we've gone through over the last, 6 months. It's just been absolute insanity. I'm super happy that it's going to be a better time for buyers coming in right now, so we can help people have a smooth transition here to Phoenix. Again, check out our other content if you're trying to figure out where to live. And until the next video, we'll catch you later.